Morning, how are you? It's nearly 8 o'clock and I don't have to leave until 3 for my lessons. So I've got a good few hours ahead of me to try and get quite a lot of work done, hopefully. My main focus today is creating the videos for the 5-step tutoring challenge, though I'm hoping that some of them I can tweak videos that I've made before to save myself quite a lot of time, because it's surprising. These ones I don't really edit, but the ones that I use for courses and things like that, I record it and I edit it and I tweak it here and I tweak it there, and it takes ages. So hopefully by using ones I've used before, just regurgitating them differently, I could save myself an awful lot of time. So fingers crossed, that's my plan. I might have, once again, I've got the house to myself. There's just me and the dog here, so she's asleep at the minute, but I don't know how long for. I took her out 10 minutes ago, half an hour ago, and a kitten came running up to us, and needless to say, apparently that's a very scary thing to happen. So we stood there, looked very scared, and then once we'd got the confidence up, we ran past it and ran her home with the kitten following us. But she's sleeping now, but I don't know how long before she'll need to actually go out and need to do what's got to be done. I've just found the first of the videos that I'm hoping to use, and this one's who do you want to appeal to? Because the thing is, when I won't go into this too much now, because this is supposed to be watching what I do on a day-to-day basis rather than explaining things, but it's so important when you're tutoring that you find the correct person that you want to tutor. So for example, where do they live? Because if you're travelling to the tutor, you don't want to be driving miles and miles around the countryside, and if they're travelling to you, likewise, they don't want to be having to travel miles. Do they go to a specific school, which would mean they're covering a specific syllabus? Are they a certain age? Do they have a certain learning style? Are they predicted a certain grade? The question which is on the screen at the minute. And the reason I ask that one is a few years ago, a family got in touch, and their son was really struggling to get the C he needed to pass his science, and at the time I knew a science tutor. So I got in touch with him and said would he be willing to help. And there was only a couple of months before the exam, so time was of the essence. And the tutor turned around and said, well, no, not really, because I'm not going to be able to get him up to an A or an A star. And if I don't, when people get in touch in the future and ask what my pass rate's like, that's not going to reflect well. And so yes, I can see where he's coming from, but the thing I've always found is that there's a lot of children which just to get a C grade or a level 5, 4 or 5 I think it is now, for them to get that would be life-changing, whereas it's one to say that it's not going to have the same impact for a child who's on the A's and A stars, but if you don't get the pass very often, especially in the core subjects, it means you have to keep retaking it until you do achieve it. And these days our pass rate, to be honest, is fairly insignificant, because people know that we do a fantastic job. They know we put our heart and soul into it. So that's what's important, and that's what's going to help build your business a lot more than having a 100% pass rate, because a lot of parents aren't looking for that for their child. They're just looking for their child's confidence boosting, their child's peace of mind improving, and getting that C grade to make sure that they can move forward in life and not be stagnant. But anyway, so I think that video is going to be fine to use. So that's hopefully saved me an hour or two. So what I'm doing is, yesterday I used Mailchimp to create the first video. See if I can get it back. And yesterday I started the email challenge. Here we go. And hopefully, yep, this is what I did yesterday. Let's view it. Oh, don't delete. I used the header that I'd created in the morning for the YouTube site. I had to tweak the size of that just so that it fitted in, and then below you've got the welcome to the 5-step tutoring challenge, and I explain on each day what the emails are going to be about that they're going to receive. I also mention that they may decide they want to watch STTV, which are the videos you're watching now, and that on a weekly basis I send an email with techniques that you can use yourself to swipe and deploy to grow your own tutoring business. And then the first video is why I become a tutor. Oh, and the font for that is not right. It decreases rapidly in size. Let's have a quick look at that. It's better, but I don't think it's the same font yet. What's this one? This one is in the second part of the email. I talk a bit more about who I am, why I got into tutoring, and what my aspirations are, and everything that's not right there is, for some reason it's not going to the left. Huh. Oh well, if you receive a quirky email, you'll know it's the one you watch me create. Today's email we will call, it's really easy to create an email in Mailchimp. I will call it 5-step challenge. And getting to know your tutor. And then in here I'll put something along the lines of one of the most important decisions you will make is who you want to tutor. Thing is, the deeper you dive into this, that's going to go at the end, so dive into this, I'll just leave it there. Let's change that to dawn at, and then my email address, and click next. Select template. I always just use the one column basic one. It's easiest. In here I'll put 5-step tutoring challenge. I'll keep that the same each day. 5-step tutoring. Save and close. My logo I'm going to use isn't the actual company logo. I'm going to use this one again. And then design my email. And I'll take the text that I wrote a second ago, which was who do you, and that's how I'll start the email. I'm going to pause this because you don't want to sit and watch me typing. It's going to be really, really dull, and I'll restart it again in a moment. There, I've just finished writing the email, and it basically explains the reason why you need to be so specific with who you want to tutor. And the reason is because if I said I was a maths tutor, I could have people getting in touch who were either primary school age or university age, and that's a huge discrepancy because they're all going to learn differently, they're all going to have different needs, and it's just kind of like, whoa, but if I'm advertising myself as a maths tutor, there's no reason why any one of them wouldn't get in touch. So by focusing deeper and deeper into who it is you actually want to tutor, you can make your marketing more specific, you can make your resources more specific, so you can relate to that person more and more, and the more you can relate to them, the more likely they are to bond with you, and that's why it's so important. So there's the email, and then what you do with Mailchimp is just drag the box across, and then that gives me the opportunity to slide my video in. I have to have it on YouTube, so what I'm going to have to do is pop to YouTube. Oop, didn't mean to click that. And that reminds me I've got a couple of other jobs I need to do. And upload video. And here's your video, and it was called Who Do You Want to Appeal To? And it's that one there. I want it to be private because see, I only want them to be able to find it. Via either this course or the Udemy course. Okay, this is such an important answer because better you can answer this question, the person you are best suited to tutor. This isn't really relevant because I've kept it private, so become a tutor. Starr tutoring. Do that every time, tutoring. And this is Starr tutoring television. That will do. Done. And now I can tick that, copy link, and video URL. Upload an image, and I will upload that from something I'm quite proud of. There's that. Welcome. And then the caption I'll put this is such an important question to answer. Be a successful tutor. Actually that was saying 600 to 800, so I need to change that. It's a bit big. There, and now save and close. And that's the day 2 video done. Save and continue. And then hopefully there you go. You can see that that's done. So that's my task for the rest of this morning. Try and get those done. I've got a couple of emails I need to send. Like I say, I need to pop to the bank, get tonight's lessons ready. I've only got 4, so that's quite nice. And reply to messages which keep coming in. Have a lovely day, and I shall see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.